windows. Keep my windows down. Smooth criminal. Oh, what's up? It's your boy Karceno driver. Fresh, fly, and flashy. As always, never trashy. Now, Academic was in total meltdown mode today as he's getting tired of people talking about he saw. I'm tired of people messing with me. He's tired of being called the female cat. Now, the fact that he's tired of being called a female cat. I mean, here's the thing. This is Wednesday. Who talks about the BET Awards this long? Who does that? The BET Awards don't even, you ain't heard about who won what this long. It's Wednesday. Okay? Nobody cares no more about, man, why everybody trying to see DJ Academic problem is he cares about what these people are saying on the internet. People on the internet said this man, I said it, man, I'm not an itsy man, I'm not an itsy man, and it be bothering me, man, why are you saying that? I'm like, dog, you're doing exactly what making them say you are a female cat or a male cat or anything. I'm like, my goodness. Why all you have to do, Academic, everybody knows it's not your fault. Have a seat, chill out, and just let it ride. He needs a volume. He don't see, this is what happened when you've been in the house so much and you've been on social media your entire life. A lot of the things Joe said that he's offended about, it's like, whoa, hold on. Joe is right about a lot of it. He's a fan of a lot of these guys. And the thing is that 27 ain't all that young. This guy is 30. And I think his mom is still wiping his nose. She's like, blow. Blow. You know, this is the thing that I'm talking about right here. The way he conducts himself in these situations. Men would not even focus on this stuff. True men wouldn't give a doggone what was said. Why would you be worried about a chick that Joe's dating talking about you? You felt you had to address her. You ain't got to address her. Because she got a verified check on there. Who knows what she had? Well, we know what she had to do that. She was dating a bottom chick on Love and Hip Hop. And then Joe ended up dating her, which lowered his standards. Well, just shows you what type of person he is. You know, this is Joe Budden. He's the fake internet tough guy. He's been that internet tough guy for years. Till he got socked in the eye by Raekwon and them people. Then he had the towel on his eye. Yo, they came in and they hit me. But whenever the camera's rolling, Joe's the toughest guy around. This is Joe Budden. That is his game. You know he's going to do that. But when somebody's in front of him, that's what they're going to do. He was mad at Academic because Academic was making this thing more epic than what it really was. Every time he talked about it on the show, even after the fact, he's, okay, man, see, now this situation that we had, wasn't no situation. Didn't nothing happen. You know, but for Academics, this is a situation. They pressed you in the mall. They didn't press me, dog. He came up and said, hey, man, y'all need to stop with that. And I agreed. I don't want to talk about him nowhere. See, these are not situations. For me, I've seen situations, so I know this ain't a situation. Like Joe Budden said, dude, we got armed security at every stop with rifles. How is it it's not a situation. If we was out on the streets, this could have been a situation, but this wasn't a situation. Academics don't seem to understand there's armed guards everywhere. They're not going to make a move to try to attack nobody. You're protected. So ain't nothing going to happen to you. You got your own personal security, plus you got security that works there with rifles. So, like Joe said, where do you see drama at? Because I don't see it. So it's not a situation. Now, from the moment this thing started, I'm like, why would anybody think this is Akademiks' fault? Why? I'm like, it clearly shows you this got nothing to do with him. Joe's a sucker too. I know it's an assault on my brand. They assault my brand now. They cut the footage. Oh my God, they cut the footage. Cause now everybody thinking I'm a punk. Everybody thinking I'm a punk. It's my fault. They cut the footage. I'll be like, oh my God, dude, take a Valium. Calm down, man. Be a man about it. Stop being what they saying you are. Act like you got a backbone. And everybody think I'm hating DJ Akademiks. I don't hate this guy. I really don't. I'm not a tough guy. But I don't let people walk over me. You know, you got to be a man. You could be a man without having to go and kill somebody. Like, man, you ain't killed nobody. I don't remember you killing nobody.
Well, in the morning, he didn't do well. Okay? He's to the corner sometimes. Just shut up. But, no, I had a conversation with P, who manages or has some affiliation different times.
So if we're going to talk about it, let's...
But...
everybody chiming in, whatever. And again, it's not about the actual, like content. Most of these niggas, they going on some personal shit. You know what I mean? They're attacking me as a person. Which once you start attacking me as a person, you're attacking me as a brand. Right? You're not making...
Attacking you as a person, attacking you as a brand? What do you mean?
So at some point, I gotta respond. I'm gonna play this little clip.
These people, you gotta respond. What did you do?
Y'all niggas are here.
You made a video crying about them talking about you. That was your response?
It was in your house. I don't know.
I think
if you think Tupac, I'm thinking we gonna get a hit him up out of DJ Akademiks. I'm like, uh-oh, Akademiks finna hit him up. He come out crying about everything. I'm like, my God, dog, you come out crying. You got 1 million subscribers. What does that mean? How am I hating on him, Rudolph, the red-nosed, leaky guy? What are you talking about? How am I hating? Antonio, do you think I'm not talking about Joe Budden, talking greasy about him? Joe Budden don't like him. He thinks he's a female cat, or a cat, period. Every word that he called him, Joe Budden believes it. He knows Joe don't like him. He keeps trying to win approvals. Joe don't like what he stands for. Joe is a guy who, like, if things are going well, he's not going to be happy. He's a guy that lives in misery. He loves to be miserable. He hates guys that are positively happy. You know, Akademiks is the kid you take to Six Flags Great America and he sees like, oh, I want to get on that. I want to get on this ride. I want that ride. Oh, that ride. Look at that. Oh, my God. It's so fun. So that's why he loves this attention. He's a kid that loves it. You know, this is great for him. He gets to meet all these people he talked about on his videos. Me, I've met most of these people and can care less about meeting most of them again. So that's just how I am. I don't need to go around on this thing again and get on the roller coaster. Like the people I like. Like these cool people. These are cool dudes, but I'm not gonna be jumping up on them and talking to them 50 times a day. But let's listen to Joe Budden and see why he got so mad at Joe. Because Joe keep calling him a female dog.
By myself.
Not a female dog, but he would have called him that too. Yeah. But he called him the cat.
I'm a little arrogant. I'm not familiar with
This is also the gun era, by the way.
I'm not
Everyone got a Draco. They don't want to fight.
So that's what everybody's telling me about Migos. Apparently, everybody views Migos as very tough guys. I must not be that familiar with their music. I still look at them like the kids. How old are they?
Probably 25.
25.
Somewhere in that realm.
Yeah, that's kid. 26. Kid, you 25. So I've inherited, they've inherited a Yachty beef toward me.
But what is the Yachty beef, though?
I'm not sure, Maul.
Wait,
It's
so
different
all right,
times.
So if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about the whole thing. Was there a conversation before the interview started?
Well, in the morning, and I
I'm
just
going off Akademiks timeline.
Akademiks is one of the biggest pussies I've ever seen in my entire life. But he should never comment on anything that has to do with physicality.
but we knew that already. Being a pussy when you know he's a pussy.
Well, you gotta stop talking sometimes when you're pussy. Is what I mean. That's what
I've been saying that, and Charlamagne killed me for saying that.
I agree. There's nothing wrong with being pussy, but you gotta be pussy to the corner sometimes. Just shut up. So I've inherited.
Oh God! Let's hear that again.
But what is the Yachty beef, though?
I'm not sure, Maul.
Wait,
it's
so
different
all right,
times.
So if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about the whole thing. Was there a conversation before the interview started?
Well, in the morning, and I'm
going off Akademiks timeline.
Akademiks is one of the biggest pussies I've ever seen in my entire life. But he should never comment on anything that has to do with physicality.
But we knew that already. I'm saying for being a pussy when you know he's a pussy.
Oh!
You gotta stop talking sometimes when you're pussy. Is what I mean.
I've been saying that, and Charlamagne killed me for saying that.
I agree. There's nothing wrong with being pussy, but you gotta be pussy to the corner sometimes. Just shut up. But no, I had a conversation with P, who manages or has some affiliation with. He's part of QC, which is in charge of Migos and Yachty together.
Quick question: how old is Akademiks?
27.
27, yeah.
Okay.
With the same age.
With some arrested development.
Okay, go ahead.
Clearly. So he's responsible for Migos.
Now listen, this a lot of stuff he's saying is the truth.
Honestly, I think.
Now, when you think physicality, he's the last person that should be talking about something physical. It's DJ Akademiks. That's the truth. I mean, hey, he was right about that. Facts is facts, right? So, I'm not mad at him for that. But the other guys, they chimed in. They think he's the female cat, too. DJ Akademiks, listen. There are people out there that's going to think you are a female cat. Or a male cat, or whatever. You're a cat. They're going to think that. You're not going to change the internet's and the people that work with you, around you's perception of you. How you conduct yourself is how they treat you. If you conducted yourself in a manner where they say, okay, well, no, I think dude for real, you know, it's your mannerisms. You carry yourself as a young internet guy, you know, and you come off as the female cat or male cat, whatever they want to call it. Ain't nobody saying you got to be tough, you got to go get a tat, and none of that. But you're not going to change the perception of people. Okay, and you're mad because the perception of the internet is saying it's your fault and you instigated the whole Migos thing. And you're freaking out and you're acting like a complete net nerd. You got like 5 videos talking about this. It's like 5, this is my thing and I'm mad they edited the film. Because if you didn't edit the film, why didn't they edit it out when I kept saying, what? What? Why did they edit that out and just put it in there? Why did they have to show that whole thing, but they edited out what happened with Joe? They ruining my brand. Dude, this guy here is something else. He's something else. Nobody's ruining your brand. Nobody's doing any of that, okay? But let's go back to listen to Joe.
Dislikes the way that his likeness is spoken about on the show, even after he's been on the show. But to me, I never really ever want to talk about him, ever. I don't care. I don't care about him.
But my thing is, because after Yachty did the interview with y'all, I kind of liked him as a person.
Me too.
Like, I didn't know much about him before.
Me too.
So I don't understand where the issue would be coming off that interview.
Then his album came out, and the narrative was he didn't do well.
Listen.
Okay.
And then Akademiks got up there talking about how he didn't do well.
Okay.
And then they put out...
Can you hear me? What's up? So can y'all hear me? Okay, there's everybody. Okay, there we go. I was trying to see if I could find everybody. We got stopped because we got frozen on my end. I guess y'all could hear me, but I couldn't see nothing, read no comments or nothing. It was frozen. So I had to shut it down and kick it back up. Now we kicking it back up. We gonna continue with Joe.
Then they put out the guy P on Instagram, put out the long Instagram post talking about how they made $13 million in 16 months or whatever. And that was confusing to me because I'm like, if you made this amount of money, then why the fuck do you care about this shit?
About the sales.
Yeah, why do you care? Why are you even paying this shit any fucking attention? I will never get that part, but...
And I'm sure that the Target brand manager is not watching Everyday Struggle thinking maybe we should...
Yeah. But, so, Akademiks did that, Homeboy post that. So, for me, that lets me know how Yachty and his camp are feeling about the show and what is said on the show. Akademiks he's still like bright-eyed. So he still want to text Yachty and like be friends and, you know, he want to do all of that. So now that is stopped, that's what I'm assuming Yachty's beef is. I'm assuming. I don't know. But anyway,
He wants to text them and be friends.
The dude PP says, y'all need y'all to lay up off of Yachty.
Fanboy, Akademiks. I mean, I told you all this. He's a fan. There's nothing wrong with being a fan.
What was that store I got that sauce from? Overpriced dress sauce, by the way. Anyway, no, it was a store. So he said, lay off Yachty. You know my memory's bad. So I say, do I know you? He says, yeah, you know me. I need y'all to lay up off Yachty. We have a conversation. At the end of it, I give him my word and say, you know, I never want to talk about Yachty. We're agreeable here. So, yes, great. Kudos. And that was the end of that. But I had been having behind-the-scenes conversations with Complex just about interviewing Migos, period. Why would anybody want to interview Migos? I've never seen a good Migos interview in my entire life, ever.
Well, they have a reputation of not giving great interviews, but
That's
they're
my
still
fucking point.
But they're still from a media.
I
they're
don't
Migos.
give a fuck.
I'm telling you why other people would give a fuck.
Oh no, I know why.
Migos.
Oh no, I know why. But
they're very popular.
Yeah,
they make
Migos,
great
you
music.
at the BET Awards.
I'm not of that
They're
ilk.
dressed well.
I'm not of that. I'm not from
Yeah,
that.
but you gotta
I'm
understand.
sorry.
But you're
in
a media
different-
man.
Yeah, you're a media guy now.
Which means what?
Which means you have to accept certain things.
No, the fuck. That's where you got media man fucked up. No, I do not.
Well, with your new hat that you're wearing.
No, I do not ever have to talk to fucking Migos.
If the show requires that they want Migos on, you do.
You know,
It would behoove
Well,
you to do so.
I did.
And clearly,
Yeah.
I did, but only because we're at the red carpet.
That's what I just said, Joe.
That's exactly
BET
it.
Awards, like,
he's not saying have it
Well,
to be.
and they wanted to talk to Migos.
okay,
So cool.
right.
Talk to fucking Migos. I don't care. I don't have any plans to talk to Migos. So Migos get up there and they shady from the jump. They ain't dapping niggas. They got attitudes.
Right.
I'm like, really? This is what y'all wanted to fucking interview?
Mm-hmm.
They gonna come up here and give us their fucking ass kicks, but cool.
All right.
I
Can I
get-
stop you right there just for a second? That's their personalities from what I've seen. You have done press runs, and your attitude sometimes is not the best. Do you
I
see
think that's
where
what the
they're
problem
coming
is
from?
with you. You don't know how to, because you're an artist too, right? So you don't. It's like that's why people feel a way towards you when you say certain things in your interviews now with artists, because they looking at you like, nigga, you an artist. You sat in this chair that I'm in. Like, you know how we feel about this media shit and how the shit can come across.
You
So
of
people
all
hold you
people.
to a different. It's like, come on, my nigga. Like,
And I don't know if Migos is that way at all, but I'm saying, could you understand as someone that has done that in the past, how they could feel that way? Like, I gotta sit down, I gotta answer how I feel about the awards, whatever.
and then again, you're an artist.
Well,
you know,
first of all, Migos is bigger than I've ever been.
Of course.
So
but I'm
I
saying
was
as a person-
confused as to why they were even doing interviews in the first place.
Well, it's the BET Awards. They're
Oh.
performing. Everyone does a quick little interview for the most part.
There was a lot of people at the awards that skipped the interviews. All the niggas you would think would skip them, skipped them.
They had a lot to do with the awards, so I think
It was fine. I mean, that's a moot point. They did the fucking interview. They wanted to do the interview, but I wasn't going to say a word to him. I gave it to Akademiks, who's bright-eyed and has never been in this environment, on this red carpet, dealing with this type of commotion. Akademiks is ignoring the producers. They're screaming to wrap it up. He's doing all types of shit. And then in the middle of the interview,
Well, how much wasn't on there? Obviously, it was edited.
it was a lot edited.
Okay, how did the interview?
oh,
get?
so it was more than that. That was just
It
like.
definitely looked like it was cut.
It was much more.
Oh, okay.
It was much more awkwardness.
Oh,
It was much
okay,
more
okay.
tension.
Okay.
In the middle of the interview, the gentleman that I spoke to in the morning intervenes to say, and me and Joe, he don't know what's being said in the interview. He just jumps in. Yeah, me and Joe had a talk this morning. All that Yachty shit is dead. Huh? That wasn't it.
That was a little odd to just bring up.
Nah. I mean, well, yeah, you're right. I did say that the Yachty shit. I'm never saying nothing about Yachty. But that's the energy's a little different now. Now I'm putting that with the mall. Now I'm putting that with Migos has come up. I'm putting that with Yachty storming by, looking mad, not saying hi back to Akademiks. You're just putting all this shit together, and I'm supposed to, and I'm putting Complex and Akademiks wanting to interview these niggas so fucking bad that I never want to talk to in the fucking first place. Now I'm sitting here and I gotta stare at these fucking accessories and fucking shiny shirts. Is that what you're telling me? Because I've decided to change my career course? Suck my dick.
That's what
Hell no, that ain't the way that I do my media. I don't want to talk to nobody and don't want to sit there. Nah.
but that happens though.
No, it's not going to happen is what I'm saying. End.
Oh, wow. So, now you get to see why Akademiks is so upset. He's mad because on this podcast show, it went down. So tomorrow, I guess, he finna come press Joe Budden live on the show. and tell him how he really feel. Because he didn't put out 4 videos, all like an hour back to back to back, about the same doggone subject. My thing is, Akademiks needs to embrace who he is. It's like, look, you are perceived as a female cat. That's just it. If Joe Budden's girl is going to say you are a stick rider and she's just a reality TV show person who you're basically bigger than her, really, and she's got a verified account, and Joe, you have the nerve to ask, am I really that unimportant? Yes! To them, you are very unimportant. You do not exist to them. Do you know why? Because you came up from the internet. You were not in the Hollywood circle or the rap circles. You know none of the artists. You knew none of them. You created yourself on the internet, so they are not going to respect you. I am not dissing you for that. Okay? A lot of the people that's watching right now, they know me from the internet. So I don't diss you for this. But don't go into their world and trying to think you supposed to get the same respect because you're giving it. They don't give a F about you giving them respect. I tried to tell you this before. Hopefully you watched it and you learned. You going in there like begging to be accepted. It's like, dog, they're not going to accept you no matter what you do. You be like, look, man, you're doing a good job on the show. But all you guys who watch Everyday Struggle on here, I watch Everyday Struggle. When the show came on, I made a video telling everybody, support the show, watch the show, and they struggled during this first week. And I told you what the problems was with the show, and I gave constructive criticism on the show. Akademiks has gotten better. It's like he listened to my video and he went and actually gotten better. So, on that standpoint, he's made the show a little bit better. Because he take the time to went out and learn and research about what they're going to talk about on the show. He have notes. Before, they didn't have notes. They just went out there and just started talking. So they just, when you do that, questions come up and then you try to rebuttal with things that don't make any sense. And you're like, well, that doesn't make any sense. That's really dumb. So now it's all over the place. It don't even add up. And you could have came and responded with something better had you had time and you knew what was happening on the show. You could have came with something real. But you didn't come with something real. You came with something real dumb. So I commented on it. I'm like, man, you guys, this show is just weird. It's like not connecting. You guys are trying to formulate it like Undisputed. You know, like, okay, let's do this like Undisputed. But you guys are not doing it like Undisputed. You guys, they take notes. They know, they rehearse, do walkthroughs. They know exactly what they're going to talk about when they hit the stage, you know? So Joe Budden is not the type that's going to rehearse. He's not going to practice. He's not going to really take it seriously. So he's kind of a detraction from the show. But you need Joe because he's a bipolar human being. He's going to get one way. He's going to be one octave. Then he's going to jump to another level. But in retrospect, the way he says he's a fanboy, Joe Budden becomes a fanboy when it's somebody on the show he likes. That is the truth. Joe Budden becomes a fanboy when it's somebody he likes. All the time. Oh, yeah. He asked for Vince Staples' phone number on the show. Like he was abroad. Like, baby, let me get your number. I need your number. So I'm like, dog, you asked this man for his phone number on the show. What kind of... Now, see, this is what I mean. If I'm DJ Akademiks, I punk him with this on the show, live. Like, look. Ain't gonna be no more Akademiks, a female cat. On no podcast, nothing. And check your woman. Because if I talk to her again, I'm a checker. He ain't did none of that today. You know what he did today? He cried on his Instagram today. He sat there and took it. He sat back and took the meat like a hoe. That's what he did. Now tomorrow he gonna be talking about this on the show. He gonna go in there tomorrow in the office and storm and yell at Complex, and they gonna tell him to sit down somewhere, and he gonna be like, okay. So Everyday Struggle is not blowing up. It's doing good. This little debacle thing that they did, they got like 1.2 million on the hits once they put that stuff together. They put the whole thing together and said, you know what? Go ahead and go for it now. They had the little clip. And we thought we were going to see more. They basically showed us the same clip the next day, Monday. Now, the show that they did on Monday didn't do as well as the clip they did on the weekend. They put that clip out and did like 1 million views off that clip. Almost 2 million views off the clip. But here's the thing. So many people had it on the internet and ran with it and cloned it. And it was all over the place that they really didn't capitalize off mainly everything they could have had. They should have saved it for the show and made it even bigger. But they took away from that because everybody had seen it over the weekend. So on the show, it was like, well, we're going to talk about it. But then you got Joe Budden's going on his podcast. He's going on somebody else's show talking about it. He's talking about it over here. He's talking about it over there. It's like, dude, if you're doing all this talking, you taking away from your show, Everyday Struggle. Which one is more important to you? This Joe Budden TV thing? With these other two idiots let you name the show after yourself? That was dumb. I'd be like, then what am I doing on the Joe Budden podcast? It was, I'll name this podcast later. That's a lot better than Joe Budden. And I'm like, who's paying you the check? Complex is paying you a check. I'm like, well, if they're paying you the check, you should be trying to send your information right there to them. I'll be trying to make wherever I'm getting the check from. That's what I'm trying to make the best. I'm getting paid here. I want this to grow. I'm going to make this grow. Let's make this grow and become bigger. I'm going to say my prudent information for that. Without DJ Akademiks, is this even a show? If Everyday Struggle was Joe Budden's and anybody else, just think about it. Would the show be successful? That's what Akademiks needs to go in there and start telling people, man. At Complex, like, look, I don't care if y'all don't like me, y'all gonna respect me. I don't care how I came in the game. I'd be like, Joe, your girl came in the game on her back. So I know you ain't talking about how somebody came in the game. And that's how he needs to approach this. He needs to come up there and tell her flat out, like, look, this is what it is. And y'all gonna have to respect me. Cause you want to replace DJ Akademiks, you might as well shut the show down. Because it's like, look, think of the biggest moments on the show. The biggest views they got on this show all has something to do with Akademiks. The Vic Mensa incident, Akademiks. Every time they had a moment on the show, it's been because of Akademiks. This incident goes down. They blame DJ Akademiks, the internet. He instigated that. He set the Migos off, and that's why Joe did that. It's all Akademiks' fault. And he's freaking out over it. The way he acted on this internet right now, just he did what somebody who would be called a female cat or a male cat would do. Make 4 videos ranting about the same thing, about people upset and the perception and they're ruining your brand. No, you're ruining your brand. Because you responded to it unmanly. Begging to get acceptance. I would call Joe out with all like, Joe, I understand there are certain artists that's coming up here you gonna respect because their lyrics and they do the same thing you do. But you fanboy out too. And the thing is like, look, this is my first rodeo. I'm trying to have a good time and, you know, this is it for me. You know, I like this. So he went into the award show. I was like, that was like taking a kid who loves candy to the candy store. Joe Budden and them doing that show, and Akademiks is finally, you know, he's at the BET Awards. You know, he went from the internet to the BET Awards. And that blew his mind. You know, he's very excited. This is a moment for him. So while everybody else is tripping and falling out, he's doing his thing. So they were having a good show until the Migos situation happened. He didn't know how to handle that situation, and Joe Budden, his character in the situation was like, okay. They told Akademiks to wrap it up. See, they got the headsets or whatever, and the people on the show will say wrap it up. You know, they'll see the interview not going well or they're running out of time on a subject, they'll say wrap it up. Wrap it up, B. The wrap it up box. But see, this is why I told you I don't like these show situations. That's why I said the check must have been very nice and complex. But even if the check is nice, I wouldn't want to go through somebody being my boss. Because you're not in control of your content. You're not in control of your information. As you see, what was his outlet? Come on YouTube. Invent. Thank you, Monica Brown. I appreciate that. It is lit in here. And these shades are lit. Y'all want to know why I'm wearing the shades? They call me See No Driver, baby. Because I'm watching that movie every day. Baby Driver. There ain't a day this summer that's gonna be out I don't watch that movie. Meek Mill won't even punch the air. You talking about Meek Mill punching somebody? Oh yeah, I've done a review already. I might do a spoiler review on here. But I'll let y'all watch it first. I ain't gonna start doing the spoiler review just yet. After I watched it for the 7th time. I've already seen the movie 3 times, and it just came out, I think, today. I've seen that movie 3 times. Call Floyd. I wouldn't dare call Floyd right now. But they need each other. Joe Budden and DJ Akademiks on that show, believe me, it works. They just... Because DJ Akademiks is the innocent, like, little kid on the show. And Joe Budden is the old angry veteran. Like, he's done what these guys have done, and they're just not on his level. How does... He don't need to get that respect. The only way... You talking about how does AK earn Joe's respect? By not giving an F if he respect him or not. But he ain't gonna disrespect. You see, that's what he needs to learn. I'll be like, look, man, say what you want to do, but you ain't finna just disrespect me and not have me say nothing back. He keep trying to apologize, and I would not want to do this and do that. I'm like, dog, you see how they dogging you? You should call these dudes out by name. They dogging you out on their show, and they got your co-host with them. You should have went hit them up style all the way. You think instead of coming out with hit them up, he come out with I ain't mad at you. And it's like, dog, you don't do that. Oh, man. Well, they not really here right now. You know, it's a thunderstorm out here. It's a car that fell in a puddle out there. Like, they thought it was the street, and they saw the water. They thought it was just the rain, and they tried to go in it, and woof, the whole car went in it deep. And good thing it was some people there to help pull them out, because I wasn't finna get wet. They wasn't finna get me wet. And remember when I won that Brian money? That's for my day ones. The day ones, they here for all the live chats. They know what Brian money is. Y'all want to see what all that Brian money did. Boom. My glow-in-the-dark toilet. The glow-in-the-dark toilet. Brian money. Remember when I went out shopping and I said I'm finna spend Brian money? When I was in the store. And what did I buy? I was sitting in this couch right here. This chair right here, wasn't it? And then, look at that. The couch. Right when I was in there. Go watch the video. I was sitting on the couch, and I was sitting in that chair, and I said, I'm taking it. But I ain't spending my money. I'm spending Braun money. And I bought it. So, as you should know about me right now, I do everything I say that I'm going to do. I tell people what I'm going to do, and then I do it. It's just that some people don't believe me. See, this is my reading room. Set the tone. See there? Got my ambiance. We're meditating. Come into the darkness. I'm just messing with y'all. But this is where I do my reading, though. And I got my Bushidos, you know, for real MMA fighters. See, I'm a real MMA dude. I ain't no fake. I was watching real fighters. You don't know nothing about no Bushidos. What you know about the legends of wrestling? JYD, Jake the Snake, Ted DiBiase. Before they came in. Absolutely. I'll show you guys my whole home. You guys have seen everything in my house. This the office. Oh, that Bagwell interview. Tell me, please go check out that. Even if you don't even like wrestling, you better watch that Bagwell interview. That Bagwell versus Too Cold Scorpio. Too Cold Scorpio is a live one. He's a real one. Nah, see, that's the thing. I ain't the P word at all. I'm no punk either. I'm no gangster. I'm just a man. You know, there's a line of manness that I'm going to do. I don't go fight somebody just because okay, somebody talking about some academics put up a video of me. Look, I'm not going to beat somebody up because the crowd want to see it or do some. I'm only going to do something when it's absolutely necessary or there's nothing else left to do but this. Because I told you before, to fight somebody is very senseless when it's unnecessary. Because normally when people want to fight, it's always somebody that want to fight you. You are not trying to fight them because they're unnecessary. But Meek Mill, yeah, I beat the skin off Meek Mill. Beat the skin off his forehead. Thank you, Monica Brown. I agree. This channel is the best. Hey, thanks. Somebody gave me $7.50. Uh-oh, somebody said they got white girls from Minneapolis, baby. Section 8 at its finest. White girl on the way. See, y'all too young. Y'all don't remember white girls. White girls used to come on BET every day. Why, girls, that dude made a lot of money off one song. There you go. Somebody brought it up. BET Uncut. Who's that, Jay? I see you, Jay. Yeah, there it is. Everybody remember Uncut. We was down in the basement with like 4 chicks. My cousin was in there. Man, it was crazy times. I don't even want to mention that. That basement was like a hotel room. That whole basement was like a hotel room. It was like new chicks in there every night. Crazy times. Crazy, crazy times. You said that would what? You said I little about a booty? Do a little about a booty? What? Do it look like I would have a better blue jit? But now he's afraid to see. Academics is all about like, I was making friends here, man. Me and the amigos were cool. We were tweeting. We were texting each other. And now you all ruined it. It's all ruined here, Joe. I don't care anything about amigo. Adios, amigos. I don't care. I could at least beat 2 of them up by myself. Can you imagine all that tough stuff DJ Akademiks? You saw how animated he was on that video? Well, let's see what he do tomorrow when he walk in on the set and get on the show. Let's see if he gonna be so ready to talk about it tomorrow. Let's see how fired up he gonna be tomorrow. He gonna go in there, what? I heard your videos. You act like you got something to say. You got something to say this morning? Look, check this out. I'm just wondering, right? You got your girl, man. Why your girl gotta come at me like that, man? It's like me and you, we on the show. Why she gotta come at me like that? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just like, man, y'all disrespect me, man. And I could tell when people don't like me, man. And you guys don't really like me, man. I don't understand. Cause you're a little pussy. Now, you wanted me to say it to your face? I'll say it to your face. Rory don't like you. I don't like you. The mailman don't like you. The assistant don't like you. Everyone in here doesn't like you. Okay? You want the Migos to like you, and they don't. Yachty doesn't like you, and you're blaming us. Who cares? They're not paying our bills. He's not going to answer your text. Okay? It's over. So that's the show tomorrow. I just gave y'all a preview of what the show gonna be tomorrow. It's gonna be Akademiks trying to explain himself. Yeah, he is like Roger Rabbit. That's been on too, like every day on cable. Every time I go past there, it's like Roger Rabbit. I'm waiting before I make comments on the big 3. The big 3 just got started. Let's kind of wait a little bit. I mean, but my initial thing of it is I think they need better editing of the big 3. It's just like half court game and just you need more up close shots. The camera angles it's not really working. But as far as the gameplay, guys look really rusty and out of shape, and there's a reason why they've been retired this long, and you can see it. I'm like, man, they should have been practicing a lot more than this. They look bad. But the best team to me right now that I see is Rick Mahorn's team. I think they could take it. I mean, I think I'm trying to see who gonna fall out from a heart attack on the floor. The first injury they gonna have, that's gonna be season ending. Thank you, Anthony. I don't get my respect. I don't get my props on here. That impersonation was spot on, wasn't it? On both of them. Don't be hating. This ain't no IKEA furniture, man. This is an English arm couch. Do you know what that means? You see that arm right there? That's not a natural arm couch. This is English arm. You know, normally you got a regular arm couch, like your old grandma couch. The arm be all the way out here. This is an English arm couch. It's just made just for some regular lounge thing. You know, you got a regular arm couch. The arm be all up here. You leaning all on it like this, cracking your back. No, this is not a couch for that. It's a professional couch. See? This is something women know about. See, when you got the beautiful artwork on the wall here. Chick want to go to Italy, I'll be like, babe, just come to the room. You ain't got to go to Italy. Italy right here, baby. It's right here. Got to go to no Italy. Come right here, babe. And this is the chair. Woo. If you only knew how comfortable this chair is. Oh my goodness. And this is all thanks to LeBron James. Credit him. This is all Bron money. They ain't coming out of my pocket. I'm spending Bron money. So, I want to ask a question. Do you think Joe Budden was wrong in anything he said on that show today? Talking about DJ Akademiks? When my grandma come over here, this the chair she gonna be sitting in. If she ever come over here. Okay, so the genuine concession is that Joe Budden said the right thing. And he said, why would you call out your co-host like that on the show? To answer that question, it is very simple. Joe Budden don't respect him. For the people that just got here, I told you. Why would he call DJ Akademiks on the phone? He don't like him. He don't respect him at all. Joe Budden is an artist. Okay? He's not going to respect an internet personality critiquing guys who've done something, and he comes from an era of something he doesn't know or understand. He doesn't understand good rap from bad rap. All he could do is comment on what's hot and what's popping because somebody in the chat room told him it's hot. Or they're popping now, this young new age of hip-hop, which most of the older guys frown at. He's a part of and he's embraced because he's from that culture and era. So when they see that happening, they saying, well, he's over there. He's part of the culture. He's part of this situation here. So he talks about all the new rappers and, you know, Homicide 382 and Tato and Potato Killer. All these dudes, he know them all. Like, he talks about these guys and he's like fans of these dudes. And Joe Budden is an artist. Even though he's doing his reporter things, he's still an artist. So he looks like these dudes don't add nothing to the game. So when DJ Akademiks agreed to do this show, I was shocked, one, that he did. Because I'm like, why would he do that? He don't need them. You know, because he don't really need them. He made himself big on the internet. But I think what happened in April, towards March, where YouTube was going through that whole phase thing where they were cutting all the funds and everybody wasn't getting their money, and it was a mess. All the you know, the sponsorships had left. People saw 60% of their money gone, and people had put all their money in other stuff, and they were really looking for no, he could have just stayed doing his thing. I think he would have probably been more happier. See, that's, to me, the check always sacrifices everything. It's called time for dollars. Y'all don't even know I started another business just the other day. I got a video of it. I didn't even upload it yet, but I just started another business. Dude, I don't just sit there and make videos all day. Y'all think I do, but I like to be the boss. I'm independent. I pay myself. I got to design a salary on how much I want to take to pay myself out of the business. That's what you do. It's time for dollars, baby. You don't want to, listen, you don't want to be a worker for somebody and let someone else dictate to you and you're at their mercy. He's upset now because Akademiks is upset because he can't control the footage on how it was displayed because it's not what he would have done. But now you've given up that right by coming on that show. Complex is going to put it out the way they want it to, and he felt like they put it out in a way that makes him look bad because of what he was saying. And everybody's making memes out of it, so it made it look like he was making fun of them. But he already explained that wasn't what he was trying to do. Once you've explained it, it's done. The internet's going to believe what they want. As long as you can send it to the right people that you want it to, or tag them or the artist and let them know, look, I wasn't doing that on purpose. We couldn't hear them on the set, blah, blah, blah. It's done. Why do you think you got to go back and forth with people on the internet? They're going to believe no matter what you say. You're going to be, man, that was the Illuminati, man. The Illuminati told DJ Akademiks to say that or they was going to kill him. Man, that's the Illuminati. It wasn't no Illuminati. Yes, it was. So you can't win with the internet. You know that. I forgot to tell my cousin. Y'all got me thinking about the cousin when he had the basement. And we had all them chicks down there. I just ran into one of them chicks at the casino. She remembered me, my whole name. And I was like, wow. My cousin used to tear her up. Everybody else had to take the chicks on the floor. He had the bed. White girls. Some was white. Some was a lot of them Hispanic though. We stayed in the Hispanic area, so it was black, Hispanics, some whites. The white girl gave him problems. We was scared. We was scared that night. I had to take him to the hospital. She busted a glass in his ear. He had all this glass in his ear. Man, she cut his ear up. All because she caught him sleeping with a black chick. That black chick was Jamaican, so she was something else. He couldn't, ain't nothing he could do, man. She kept whipping it on him. So the white girl was mad. Yeah, she got mad. Is anybody having problems with the internet right now? All right, well, let me try to move. I'm going to go back downstairs. We told you it's storming and it's hitting the ground. And one car drove into a doggone puddle. So the flooding was everywhere. Woody Page. They should have never came up with this around the horn thing. Once they did that, it was over. Max Kellerman used to do it. But once they started putting all the media on there, man, and it just got crazy. No, I gotta eat something. Gotta make the video fly. Y'all wanna listen to some Mojo Budden?
Past tense on the red carpet. Future reference. No. No, all that complex academics being giddy-eyed, just want to talk to people that's famous just for the simple fact they're famous. No. Nah, sorry, Mo.
No, I mean, I hear you, but I'm just saying there's certain things you have to accept as this new media guy.
How do you filter that moving forward? Because there were people that you guys had great interviews with.
And I feel like y'all could have had a great interview out of that.
Well, we got a great interview out of it.
No, you got a great
we got a great moment
out of that.
In my world, that's a great interview. That's a great interview. That moment, that time, that encapsulated space, that's a great interview. That was about as great as we was going to get from these niggas who don't want to talk in the first place.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I think a lot of artists, they look at you because you are an artist. So they like, come on, dog. You know how it is. Some days you might not be going through some real shit behind the scenes. You don't.
Yeah, but that's not the case. These niggas just inherited a beef from a nigga that I don't even listen to or know anything about it.
And I still don't understand what the beef is. I think Yachty walked away from that looking really good.
Yeah, but when you don't sell maybe like you were projected to, then...
So they're trying to equate that to the interview?
No, I mean, that's just me speculating.
Oh, I mean, you can't... That would be just not smart for them to speculate that.
I hope we do.
Like you saying, nothing has happened since he came up in the interview. Nothing happened since then, except for academics talking about the numbers. So I have to assume that whatever his problem is related to academics talking about the numbers or the numbers, period. I don't care enough about it to continue to discuss it.
Well, how'd the whole shit get diffused? Because obviously it cut off with the cool...
It didn't get diffused. They came over. Complex's editing team is amazing. Homeboy in a little blue and white shirt that looked like he trying to get aggressive with me is getting aggressive with our producer, Lyric.
I saw him,
who's a girl.
Well, not elbow.
He's pulling away from her like he about to do something. My hand is up saying, they saying, yo, what's good? What's really good? What's going on? Nothing. Yo, what's up? What's your prop? Nothing. Or what you want to do? Nothing. 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 So then P comes over, he storms over. It's just it's just aggressive actioning. Then P comes, yo, what's going on? I keep saying nothing. I keep saying nothing.
See, you know what it is, man. People just don't.
What?
Yeah, it's just.
The cameras are on.
Yeah,
but that's my point. I'm not with all that. I just seen this nigga in the mall in the morning with my fucking basketball shorts on. If it's something, tell me it's something early. Don't come with it on the carpet with the cops. I'm not with all of that. I'm not with it. I'm not with all of the posturing for cameras. That's not me. It's never been me. I do not care that y'all are superstars. I don't.
No, I get that.
The young niggas are saying I'm a hater. I'm tired of that narrative too.
Well, I mean, it's gonna come across that way.
Yeah, but it shouldn't. I fuck with Uzi. I fuck with Ray Shrimmer. I fuck with Vince. Who else? It's only the... Who do I fuck with?
No, but the funny shit
Triple X I fuck with, even though he keep running around doing stupid shit.
But when the clip is fucking 1 minute and it's you getting up, dropping a mic and going, what the fuck?
It's gonna
people,
come across.
You gotta look at perception.
Joe is hating again. It's gonna come across like that.
After the Yachty
Joe
was
hating. When has Joe ever cared about how it comes
No,
across?
it's not about you caring.
Oh, okay.
I'm just telling you how it's gonna come across.
You mentioned that everyone's saying you're a hater.
The funny shit is, I may be wrong, but I think.
All right. Listen, that's pretty much the whole clip. You see, and this is why I'm still mad about this edited footage shit, man. Because we just get to kind of put whatever spin on the narrative. Now the narrative is that I'm the pussy in the situation. Like, this is why it's tripping me out. I'm the pussy in this. Hey, listen, I'm all for self-deprecating humor. I use it all the time. If y'all watch my videos, I got a 1.1 million subscribers doing my thing on YouTube. Been doing my thing on YouTube for 5+ years. Shit, when I'm talking about certain shit that I know that I would never engage in, I let people know, hey, I'm pussy. Listen, I ain't gonna be doing the shooting out shit. I have no problem admitting that. I do self-deprecating humor. Shit, if you even criticize me and say, yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. When Vic Mensa looked at you and said, yo, you a bitch, I'm gonna slap you. You look like a pussy. I'll take it because you see it. That's what. All right, if that's your opinion, fine. In this situation with Amigos, bruh, I was not the center of focus on that shit. When it's kind of being put out like I'm just pussy and I was pussy, that's cut it out. That ain't what happened. That is.
You see? You see? Don't he sound like what they saying he is? Why do you feel you got to defend yourself? To whom? To whom are you defending yourself to? They don't care. An academic Karceno show? Will it be good? I doubt it. I guarantee you, if I was on that show, me and Joe would have had a fight. I could see it coming. He'd have got mad I'd have insulted his woman. And the fact that I did it, in the fashion I did it, he would have talked to me and was like, if we wasn't doing this show, I would slap you. I'd be like, hey, the show don't last forever. And as soon as you slap me, what do you think's gonna happen? You're gonna find out. But Joe wouldn't say that to me. But he would say that to Akademiks. Of course, he know he can get away with doing this to DJ Akademiks. So DJ Academic, he's all bent out of shape over things he can't control. He wants the approval of these guys. And they're like, man, they all dogging me, man. They talking about me. Yeah, they are. You think Charlemagne likes you? He thinks Charlemagne's his guy. Charlemagne could care less about you. He's using you as a tool to get at Rory and all the other guys he don't like over there. I don't hate DJ Akademiks, Mr. Trevante. I don't hate that guy. I try to help him. Then the dude, last night he took my title. You talking about an accident? You think that's an accident? When has DJ Academic ever put up a video said the truth behind anything? In his DJ Academic career. He has never put the truth behind anything. Then yesterday he just automatically just made a mistake. He didn't know what he was thinking. He just made a mistake. He just had a slip of the brain when he just decided to put the truth behind as his video title. Are you kidding me? That was a message to me. You better check the playlist. The truth behind sports beef. The truth behind hip-hop beefs. The truth behind the Power TV series. Nobody puts the truth behind unless it's me. Now every fake person want to put the truth behind everything to try to make people think it's me. So they can get some hits. And all they do is get themselves exposed as frauds. They be like, man, you trying to be like Karceno, you fraud. Man, I thought this was Karceno. Man, this ain't even Karceno. Did you hear him respond when anybody asked DJ Akademiks? Because thousands of people on his page asked him, why you take Karceno title? Did he respond? Did he say, no, I didn't take it. I don't know who that is. Did he respond at all? And you know everybody asked him. I don't care if they use it. Because when they start using it, I stopped using it. And I still did. People still gonna listen to me. Nope, he took it and that was it. He was trying to send me a message to let me know, I hear you talking Karceno. I'll watch your videos. Of course. But I knew his fans was going to be like, man, Ceno called you out for stealing his title. No, you guys sent me this. This DJ Academic assaulting people with his brand. Y'all sent me this. So I said, well, let me watch it and see what he's talking about. When he going at it with Joe Budden. So I'm doing what y'all asked me to do. And I see he got like 4 videos about the same thing. I'm like, well, dude, you got DJ Akademiks survive LA during BET Award weekends. DJ Akademiks rant on people assaulting his brand with fake narratives and edited footage. How many of these does he got? How many more times is he gonna cry over the footage and people calling him the P word?
If y'all identify people don't.
Here's another one from him. Setting record straight about Joe versus Migos, saying that he's the P word. That's like video number 16. Addressing Joe Budden's girlfriend, dissing him, edited footage being out on the Migos incident. Video number 17,000. Okay. Okay, his first ever stream on the red carpet. Okay. Alright, he's feeling himself. Okay, DJ Akademiks full stream speaking on Migos incident and Vic Mensa situation. Okay, that's just for hits. Is DJ Akademiks a feminist for wanting equal rights for women? That's his actual video, y'all. Now, it's clearly he's drawing for straws for hits. He has nothing to talk about, so he doesn't know what to pivot to. So he pivots did a video about women's rights to see was that gonna stick. That didn't happen because he watched me make a video talking about actual people saying they want queens but settle for thoughts. So he comes out with, is he a feminist for wanting equal rights for women? Now he wants to get socially conscious because he saw me making these videos. Then he makes a video about Ugly God talking to him about making the freshman list. You go on my video, you will never see anything about me and talking about the freshman list or anything about somebody called Ugly God. Because that's not my avenue. These freshman rappers are not even freshman rappers. I don't even think they should do a list. Of course, Akademiks knows who I am. Think about who does videos on YouTube that's up there with DJ Akademiks. Let's say DJ Akademiks is #1 reporting on hip hop and current events, right? Who would you say is #2? I have videos that nobody in the history of the internet have out, period. People's tried to copy my videos. But they can't because they don't know the information. And people are shocked that I know the information. Thomas, what's her name? Thomas Weimer? If that's really your name, Thomas Weimer. Have you ever created anything in your life? Let me give you some advice. When you create something, you know when somebody's taking something from you. There's a lot of people on the internet that just complete biters, period. I don't mean like somebody see your video, they want to comment and do that. That's fine. But some people just, they have no creativity whatsoever. They just want to do exactly what it is you do. All of a sudden, I talked about boxing, and I just used to talk about boxing. That was fine. Once I talked about hip-hop, people was like, why is he talking about hip-hop? Then they start seeing me talk about hip-hop and everybody coming along to see me and what I was saying because I actually knew all these stories. Now everybody wants to do boxing and hip-hop. They doing boxing, now they doing hip-hop too. Then I started talking about basketball. Now they doing basketball too. And then you're like, okay, well, I'm talking about movies. And I've always talked about movies, and because this is what I do. I watch movies. I go to the movies. I write scripts for movies. I've done all these things. So now, all of a sudden, everybody wants to talk movies too. Everywhere I jump, people are going to jump with me, I guess. I don't know what it is. But it don't bother me because you can't fool the public. The people know who they want to listen to. People say, I want to listen to Karceno. Oh, lovely I-202. Thomas Weimer. I like her. She's cool peoples. I like what she does. I like her work. She does really good work. I've subscribed to her. I tried to support N-Rob too, and now I'm not even speaking on N-Rob no more. She totally ticked me off. Bye, Grace. Hope you come back tomorrow, Grace. You can make this your new place, Grace. Don't leave in such a haste, Grace. That would be such a disgrace. A place for Grace, yes, so she won't leave in haste. Oh, what a waste. If we didn't see the face of Grace. Even though it's white as paste. Used to be on MySpace. Oh, Grace. 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 Do you have a thin waist? A cute face? In your own place? Hope you keep up with the pace, Grace. Do you like to listen to Puffy? Or do you like to listen to Mace? Grace a bye. Get out my face. I'm not finna chase Grace. Grace voice, it's got too much bass. Oh, that's funny. Man, Grace then became a star. You see what happened, Grace? You became a star out here already. Everybody like, you talking to a bot. Oh, yeah, I guess I could tell you. Mike Tyson, Fife Dog, Mos Def, they were in, what's it, you know what Hoboken, New Jersey is? Do anybody know where that place is? Hoboken, New Jersey? Okay, well anyway, they're in Hoboken, or maybe I'm saying it wrong. But yeah, it's Hoboken, New Jersey. Right? Everybody's like, it's some type of promotional thing. Everybody's out there and a conversation broke out, like a hypothetical. And everybody was talking political and rights and this and this. And this was a heated discussion. I'm not going to say who was saying what because I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But this is interesting. They had, the black man was cleaning shoes, right? They say, okay, a black guy who's got his own booth, he's cleaning shoes, shining shoes. And you got a white guy right next to him. He got his booth and he's shining shoes. You want to get your shoes shined, who you going to? Which one are you going to? And then Mike Tyson, oh damn, let me stop the names. Tyson was in there though. And he was talking about making the white boy clean his shoes. And I shouldn't even have went that far. Let me stop right there. Let me stop. I'm going to just stop with the names. Okay. One person said, I'm going to let the black person the white person clean my shoes. Because I want the white man, I want the white man to clean my black man's shoes. Because we've been cleaning white man's shoes for so long. And the black man, one of the black men there, told him he disagreed with that. He's like, no, man, why? He got a business. You think you punishing that white man by having him wash your shoes? He said, you think you punishing him for that? He was like, he got a business. That white man doing his job. You helping him get money. His job is to shine shoes. So whoever come up there, he shining shoes, you paying him money. But you don't want the black guy to polish your shoes because you don't want black man to polish your shoes. But he got a business, shining shoes. So it must be something he want to do. It's his business. I'm going to get a black man my money. I'm going to give my money to the brother because I'm going to support his business. So... And then it went to the whole thing like, man, no, man, you can't just say that. Well, you got to spread it to everybody. And then certain rapper, rest in peace, said, why do I got to think about everybody like we are the world. Whenever it's somebody black, I can't say I want to get the money to the black man. I can't do that. Do they tell the Mexican, hey, man, you can't get the money to the Mexican, man. You got to make sure you give everybody a chance. Go get the brothers a chance. Go get a white man a chance. Nope. Do they tell the white guy, the Irish people, hey, man, go get the money to this guy. Don't get the money to that guy. Don't get the money to that guy. Nope. But when it's black, yeah, you got to spread the money around like we are the world. They don't preach that to nobody else but us. I'm giving the money to the brother. So, very interesting conversation. And Mike Tyson was there. Now, I was not there either. But that's a very interesting conversation that went on in there. So you guys learned a very good story right now. Oh, thank you, Tracy, right? Oh, you know my buddy works for WWE. I'm always at the WWE events. I stopped doing WWE videos because basically wrestling been sucking since they did the switch. I talked about what's his name the other day, but I had the live video, the live streams. I did live from Raw, and they did takedowns of my video, and I got them back, but still. But oh yeah, man, we got plenty of stories. You know the girl JoJo from wrestling, right? WWE. Right now, she split up her. She took Bray. What's his name? Bray Wyatt. She took Bray Wyatt away from his wife. So now that's caused a lot of commotion in WWE. But Vince don't care about that. That stuff happens all the time. But he's related to Mike Rotunda. You remember IRS, Mike Rotunda? You know I'm bad with names. Yeah, I said Andrew Drummond. What's my take on Remy Ma? Remy Ma is one of the dopest females left in the game. Now, was she a better rapper than Rod Digger? I don't think so. Rod Digger, I think, was better than her overall. But her problem is she's more of a battle rapper. Now, as far as her making songs, I want to see her, on her own making songs. That's not just like battle rap songs. I want to see her be able to hold her own with songs. Yeah, I've seen Raw Digger live give it to dudes, cats. Like, they didn't even say the chick rapper. She was it. You was not getting over on Raw Digger. She was in ciphers. She was in everything. She was for real. She retired Rampage. Rampage, everybody like, hey, Rampage, nice. Till they heard Raw Digger, they was like, yeah, whatever for him. Yeah, it's all about her. Lauryn Hill. Lauryn is a good freestyler. But she's not a good rapper. Like, she never... I don't think she ever wrote a rap in her life. Like Wyclef, Pras. Uh-oh. Wyclef, Pras, all of them, they used to write for her. Lauren is a great artist because she's a singer. She's a better singer than she is a rapper. She's a better vocalist because she had the sound. Her thing was the way she moved her raps into her singing with her voice was unique. She had the it factor. But her problem is the record label, when she went to war with the record company, and the record label destroyed her. Completely destroyed her. And they did everything in their power to take from her. She can't use any music from that album. Because a lot of her songs that she did, like Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige can't write a song. Mary J. Blige cannot write a song to save her life. That's why when Mary J. Blige retired, that's why she still got to perform now and do shows and stuff, because she's not going to get any writing credits. She's going to be out here like Foxy Brown. Everybody else made money off Foxy Brown than Foxy Brown did. Everybody on that album. And she rapped the songs. Jay-Z made more off her album than she did. She got no royalties. See, that's the thing. When you don't have any royalties coming, her royalties was like maybe 2 cents. I mean, literally, like a pack of bubble gum. She has no royalties coming in whatsoever. People are all eating off her albums. Except for her. That's why when you don't write your own lyrics, you're killing yourself. Why you say Drake? Drake is already listed as writer for his song. Unless he put you down as co-write, like you guys collaborated on the song, that's fine. But for what Drake does he really need a writer? Do you really need a ghostwriter for these songs? Y'all act like what Drake's saying is like so complex that he needs a ghostwriter for. Like, man, dude, he got to get a ghostwriter. Like, can you imagine Drake talking about the other day? Just woke up the other day. Just had to host the NBA awards. I got bored. Me and my man Tony, though, we got the new rave. Got the new chains coming in Tuesday. I'm like, what in the world? I mean, he'll just be talking about a regular day. We on our way to Benihana's. Just said bye to mama. 40 told me meet him there with a bag. He got a new thing for me. Got a new chain from Jacobs. And everybody ever seen Jacob. He been gone for a long... I'll be like, he just talking. He just talking. Beyonce gets her money. She owns her publishing. She makes sure she produces the records. See, y'all don't even know that. She produces her records. And she put down that she's writer even if she has somebody who wrote it. So, Beyonce gonna get paid. Oh, don't you not believe that? She knows what producing the album is about. She's getting her back end money. And then some. Please stop talking about Gene Deal, man. Nobody cares about that puffy bodyguard stuff. I mean, he's telling some truth mixed with a bunch of stuff that don't nobody even care about. He's trying to drag a story out. This is the most drug out story I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I've never seen nothing drug out this long. It's like, they need to be, I'm like, look, y'all need to be spanked for this. I'm like, MREC, I know what you're doing. You got to get your money, man. But that's why I ain't said nothing else about part 2. I ain't even make no video about that. No, he did this documentary way before Biggie Puffy did his Can't Stop, Won't Stop. He did this documentary stuff because he broke. He trying to get some publicity and something up there. I just want to tell the truth. I mean, it's just so ridiculous. I'm just like, I don't even care. That's the thing. Like, it's to the point where I don't even care about it no more. Been told the truth about Death Row East. I just don't. It's no caring about no Death Row East. I'm telling you the truth right now about. He exposed Puffy. Who said that? How he exposed Puffy? If he gonna expose him, get to it. I haven't heard nothing yet. I'm like, if you gonna expose somebody, get to it. My gosh, all this, the first episode was nothing about him giving Biggie cigarettes all day. Yeah, cause I got the ports out here on the West Coast. They got their new ports, but they got like the soft pack. And in New York, we got like the hard packs, and they taste different. And I brought my packs from New York, so I was the only one that had cigarettes. And Big, he likes cigarettes. So I said, I'll give you one. I'm like, oh my God, will you stop? Don't care about Biggie smoking cigarettes. What are you talking about? Then I was cleaning up Puffy's office, and then the papers came out, right? And it was Biggie contract. So I started reading it. Then it said, there go Junior Mafia. And I'm like, you the bodyguard. That ain't your job to be reading paperwork. And then just so happened to be it's a contract for Biggie that just falls out of the bag and you read it. And it's talking about how much Biggie's getting paid. Man, my gosh, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's like, get your money, man. Just go and get your money, man. Look, you don't like Puffy. We get it. He probably fired you. You probably was upset. Hot about it over some money you probably thought you was going to get or deserve. And he told you to go kick rocks. And that was the end of it. And you've been mad at him ever since. Look, tell that story. Yeah, because Puffy, he a punk. And I'm finna expose him, right? Because real people who dead and gone and they had nothing to do with Puffy. But he gonna make it believe that it was Puffy. I mean, you tiptoeing on a subject about two people who ain't here no more, and kind of bringing up, and the way they died was not something. They died on some street stuff, and you tiptoeing into that, and he kind of languished into that already. I mean, he tiptoed into it. Now, I ain't saying Gene ain't a real dude. The thing is that he not telling y'all is and if y'all get on the internet, ask him how many times. And I mean, ask him how many times did Gene Deal pull that? Yo, man, I got intel. Man, they coming for us. My man said they finna pull up tonight. Man, they finna do a move, man. So we need to be on P's and Q's. He did this at the Soul Train Award where Biggie was there. He performed with Faith. And Tupac came out that night and out of the car. He was talking about they was coming to get him. And they was finna shoot him and kill him. And his man said this. He was saying it that night. He was saying it every night. They were everywhere and they went places and left and there was no problems. He was, man, they coming. To the night it actually happened. Now see, I done said it. I told you it was coming. He ain't telling you about the time in New York. He did the same thing. Man, my man said Suge got some people that came over here, man, and we got to be careful at this club. So I think we need to get vest up if we going to go to this spot over here on the East Coast. He was doing this on the East Coast. He was conspiracy brother all the way. So finally something happened. Now he looked like the prophet who predicted everything was going down and he had all the intel that was finna go down when he really knew nothing. He was just happened to be in there for a terrible situation that happened. It's when people time to go, it's their time to go. My best friend, had he been 10 seconds late, 10 seconds, if he was delayed 10 seconds, he would still be alive today. My best friend got murdered by accident. He pulled out. He wasn't even supposed to leave the house. He left his cell phone, his pager, everything that he take with him, he left at home. He got in the car to take his girl to her grandma's house. And she was going to drive her car because she wanted to take the keys over there. He decided, no, I'll take you in my car. He took her in her car, got up and drove her so that she can drop the keys off. She was going to spend the night over there with him. They were going to drop the keys off. They pull out and he run into a rival gang member as he's pulling out. They would just happen to be driving on the street. He pulls out and they side by side. Had he been delayed 10 seconds, he would still be alive today. They were yelling stuff back and forth at his car and yelling at him because they know his car and everything. So they was going back and forth, yelling stuff back and forth. He pulled into the gas station to let them just drive off. And then he told her, because she's in the car, he's like, nah, I'm not even paying no attention to them. Don't worry about it. He didn't pay attention to them. They turned and stopped outside on the street. They didn't come into the gas station. And they wanted to shoot his windows out. So the guy got the gun, and they was in a F-150, and the guy got the gun and shot it at the windows, trying to shoot out the glass, and ended up shooting him and killing him. Shot him right in the bridge of the nose, and the bullet went up in his brain and killed him. Just that quick. And they confessed to the murder because they didn't know what they were confessing to. They was like, oh, they didn't know they killed him. They just confessed to shooting the windows out. Then people wanted to kill the girlfriend because they thought she set them up. Because they just didn't understand what would happen and they were all hurt. So there's a lot of bad things that happened there. But like I said, when it's people's time to go, it's just their time to go. Because he wasn't even supposed to be out that night. If things would have just happened 10 seconds different, people had told him he was going to die. 3 different people had dreams of him dying, told him about it. So if they turned on the street at the same time. They were coming down. He just happened to turn out. Has he been delayed 10 seconds? Like I told you. If he was delayed 10 seconds, the whole situation is avoided. He don't see them. They don't see him. So when it's your time to go, it's just your time to go. Biggie didn't have to be there that night. Biggie was supposed to be out of the town. Puffy called him there to come to the party because he's trying to get Biggie out there because they got an album coming out. One that he's trying to set Biggie up to be shot, and Biggie just wasn't showing up. It's totally ridiculous. He's trying to get Biggie out there so they could promote the album. Every R&B and rap star was there that night. Everybody was there that night. They shown footage from inside that place. You seen everybody from Missy to Timbaland. Everybody was there at that party at that museum that night. It was star-studded. So that's why they wanted him to be there, because they kept playing Biggie's new album. They played the whole album for everybody in there. Going back to Cali, they played all the hits. Well, I wouldn't say his health was worse. He was good. I mean, the accident, the only thing he broke his femur bone in his leg. So he injured his knee on one leg, and he had broke his femur bone. So he wasn't really moving the way he used to. And he was getting around, but he was using the cane. So, at that point, when he was using the cane to get around, you know, to really move around. But Big was messed up from that car accident. So he had gained a lot of weight because him being not mobile and sitting around, he got a lot bigger than what he usually was. Rest in peace, Lord Infamous. Oh, I'm excellent. But let me shut this down. We did our thing tonight.